One of the things that happens typically in the spring in the Australian market is that more stock comes on to the market. And so what you have, and it's more pronounced in the colder climates than it is in the warmer climates, but it
because
still
you finally
does happen.
open your doors and you step out.
Yeah, yes. And Sydney's sort of like in the middle. It's a bit more temperate, but certainly in Melbourne, typically they would have a lot less listings in winter than they would in the rest of the year. And certainly in Sydney, there are less, but not as many less. But spring, it's touted as spring is selling season. And it's really quite silly from an owner's point of view who wants to put their property on the market, because the reality is that that's the very time when more people are putting their property on the market. So you get less competition for your property from buyers. But from a buyer's point of view, typically spring is a very good time to buy because there is more stock on the market. And of course, you know, if we're coming out of lockdowns in various guises across various cities this spring, let's assume we're not still in lockdown. You know, we've got other pent-up demand that has held back stock from being listed through the colder months. And so we can expect to see a lot more available to buy. But that it's not always a good thing. And because even when there's more stock on the market, quite often what buyers will do is that they will lose their sense of urgency, because they will say, oh, great, they'll take a sigh of relief and they'll say, oh, good, I don't have to rush. Now, we would never say you need to rush anyway, but if you find the right property, it's the time to act.
Yeah, absolutely. and taking your foot off the accelerator is not the thing to do just because there's more properties to choose from. You know, this is, sometimes you can be really, really picky and discerning and look for that needle in a haystack. But in a rapidly rising market, it is not the time to be looking for every box to be ticked. It's about finding the right set of compromises, things that can be overcome, can be fixed, can be updated, can be improved, and not continuing to wait. Because if you wait for the needle in the haystack, it'll be 3 years down the track and you'll be paying 20 or 30% more than you would have done yesterday. So it's really important to not proceed with haste. What is it? Less speed, more haste. Maybe that's what it is. Less speed, more haste.